Polish your piece. Masterpiece, then write a masterpiece. Deep breath and release. So all you need is depth, breath, and belief to polish your piece. Writers, readers, and in-betweeners, we are here with another episode of the Polish Your Piece podcast. I'm Dev Rock, and I'm here with my favorite host, D.A. Truth, D.A. Poet. What up?
What is good, bro? Look, you know who it is. It's the Truth the Poet in the building, y'all. I can't wait to rock with y'all. Thanks for tuning in. And we in the building, you know, my man right here, Dev Rock in the building, my co-host. What's up, baby?
Ain't nothing. Before we get started, I need to know the number one rule.
The number one rule. Y'all know how we do. For all the people that know what it is, thank you for knowing what it is. For all those who don't know, the number one rule is always love, okay? Love brings everything great, no hate, y'all. We want you to show love, we want you to give love, and we want you to embrace the love that we gonna give you. All right? So we in this part full of love today. And Deb, you gonna bring them in with the rest of the rules?
So
rest of the
listen,
breakdown.
we only got two more things that's real important to us, okay? One, we trying to create a community here with Polish Your Piece. So please participate. Get in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down. Art is art. You like it or you don't. But say something about it. Tell us why. All right? Now, y'all been doing good on social media. Transferring on all that over to YouTube. All right? Holla at us. Check in. Like, subscribe, share. You know, as the youngins say. And then the third thing. When you do participate, I want y'all to be real eloquent. Whatever it is that you're going to say, I want you to get deep in your bag of writing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you wasn't going to say poetical?
No, because I'm going to try to give them a different word every time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
And I love the reaction. So when I hit him eloquent, the whole side of the room over there was like,
yeah,
eloquent.
He shook it up. He just
Well, look. I'm being eloquent today because today we got family in the building,
y'all.
Oh,
yeah? You're going to have to tell me who we got. You know, break it down and tell the people.
This young lady that we have here today is a media personality. She's on air at WPGC 95.5. She's an author. She wrote the book, The Chicken That Could Fly. She is a film producer for the short film Black Icarus. And she does hot takes. And when I tell y'all the hot takes she does, it's going to give it away who she is. Because these hot takes are 90 seconds with Nori. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Polish Your Piece podcast, Nori.
Hi. Hello. I'm happy to be here with y'all. This is so good.
Thank you.
I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Yes.
For those of y'all who don't know, when we say Nori is family, she's family. We here at MRI Studios, but Nori has been a teacher and a lecturer at Media Rhythm Institute, teaching our young people about podcasts, teaching them how to be able to do their elevator pitch. And then my business partner, his film, Black Icarus, you're a producer on there. So this family business today.
It is. It definitely feels good to be here.
Well, that is so beautiful.
And she fly, y'all. So for all the ladies out there, just give a yes. You know what I mean? Yes on it. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah.
Word.
I got fresh braids just to be here, just so y'all know.
Oh, okay.
Hair dish.
You can see my pork.
See the babies. Just say slay.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
So today, Nori, we brought you on because most of our writers, they're great with their art. And that may not be the place that they want to grow at. But we want to talk to you today about professional and commercial writing.
Yeah.
And I just want to give you some flowers before we start.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I remember one time, this probably was last year. Truth, I don't know if I told you this story, right? But
Here we go.
We walking in CIAA, right?
Okay.
We walking past whatever. We just walking like, and you're going to hear a voice over the thing just telling everybody what's happening. So, we chilling, we off work. We not even really thinking what's going on. We hear that voice, like, yeah, that voice sounds familiar. Next thing you know, shout out Media Rhythm Institute in the building. We like, oh, that's Nori. And she's reading, all of the announcements, all of the spots, all of the commercials of things, as well as advertisement sponsorships for CIAA. And we just felt right at home. We were superstars then, you know what I'm saying? And so, this is the type of things that we hear and see from Nori. Yeah. You can always catch her hosting a great event. You can always see that she's doing her own thing. Like this interview came about because we saw a post that you've been added with your book. The Chicken That Could Fly. Yeah. You getting recognized by some nice fellows and women there. Yeah. So you always doing real well, using your voice. And sometimes when people hear on-air personalities, they don't understand how much writing is really going into that.
Interesting enough, I'm not the best writer. No. It is not my strong suit. I am an orator. I prefer speaking, but it is a part of the work. And when you talk about the grind or the work or things you have to learn to be better at, writing is one of those things. And what I realized is as I want to talk about information and make sure that it's fact-checked and fact-based, all of these things, I'm noticing like, gosh, these people are delivering information like really, really good. How can I be better? So for me, learning how to write commercials early in radio was really important because they'll give you the meat and potatoes, but then you get to put your spin on it, or you get to be creative with how you deliver the information, from reading a live piece on air to actually writing the commercial that's recorded into the system and that is played for a duration of the time that the company has paid for it. So like being able to work with major brands like a Coca-Cola or CIAA or banks. There's a funeral home commercial that still runs to this day. I have not been on air in my hometown of Chattanooga, Tennessee for probably 7 years or more. And that commercial still runs, and people still call me like, oh, I just heard your commercial on the radio. And I'm like, it is one of those evergreen commercials that the client liked, and they have not changed. And that commercial probably is a good decade old, but it's still good.
What made it so good? Give us, if you could break down,
So it's a funeral home commercial. So I think just the tonality, they like the tone that I presented the information, because you want your loved ones to know that they are cared about. There is empathy. There is love for family members. And so I just tried to capture that when I read the commercial. But then I also have had family members that use the funeral home. So they like family too. When you see, John P. Franklin Jr. roll through, you like, oh, okay, what's good. So I think having that connection with people is good. And I think when we, do these jobs or do the work, it really is about making lasting connections at the end of the day. Because once you have made a true connection with someone, when there's another commercial that they want produced or that they're interested in having someone voice, then you're the person that they go to. And so, that it's a culmination of things, but nurturing relationships and practice makes perfect are two of the things I would share, because I think ultimately, like I said, not the best writer, but I'm good enough to get paid for it.
I know that's right.
Hey now.
So what did you have to learn about writing to build that, to get you there?
I think it's like, for commercials, it's almost the art of persuasion. So again, you have to take a bit of technique into writing a commercial. It's like, what makes you want to drink a Sprite, or what makes you want to drink a Coca-Cola? Or is it that it takes you back to a childhood memory that you lean into that makes this commercial connect with you, that you like, dang, I ain't had a Coca-Cola in a long time. That sounds good. Or the barbecue or the cookout. So how do you find ways to relate to the content or product placement, so to speak, that allows people to want to experience what you're experiencing, and if they don't have it, they want to get it again, and it's a recurring buy. It's a recurring thing that people are wanting to enjoy.
Okay, so do you does it just come off the top of your head, or are you do you sit and say, okay, this brand wants me to think about what to say for them, and I'm gonna take my time and I'm a go through this process.
You know, Google is your friend.
Hey, Google.
So,
shout them out.
Big
so
Google.
I actually like to kind of see what's out there and then take different pieces from what I've saw to kind of craft my story for the product, for the brand. So I think it's a little bit of life experience, pulling that together, and then seeing what has worked and what has been successful for them. Like, think about that Chili's baby back ribs commercial.
I want my baby back, Chili's.
Baby back.
It's so, like...
Send a check, Chili's.
Do you know that commercial went off air years ago and they brought it back because it was so popular? They brought it back like earlier last year because it was so popular. And mind you, I have never ate ribs at Chili's. But it makes me want to go to Chili's and get the pasta that I actually eat and enjoy.
True that.
So you know, having something, again, that's really catchy that you write, or a jingle. When I think of Media Rhythm Institute, I immediately think of music, and I think of art and poetry and all of these different creative outlets. And so even with that, turning a poem into a piece for product placement, I mean, we saw that with Pusha T. He did the McDonald's I'm Loving It. Like, we have that. I love artists. It's just so beautiful. Like, we have ba-da-ba-ba-ba because of Pusha T.
A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
Tell a story a little bit.
Yeah, because I didn't.
So
Pusha T wrote that. I'm loving it.
I didn't.
Yeah. So the beauty of how you can pivot or transition, like, we know him as a musical artist, and he's doing this thing, and then that dries up a little bit, you know? And so he got into figuring out, okay, I can write jingles for major brands. And so he took a upfront payment for the McDonald's jingle, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it, instead of getting royalties. So then the opportunity presents itself, and he writes the We Are the Meats, dun, dun, the Arby's. That's Pusha T.
Oh,
So
wow.
now
I am learning today.
I didn't know that one.
I need to know how many people knew this and how many people didn't.
Yeah. So he gives us that, and now he gets royalties, and now he's paid off that for life. So just because an opportunity presents itself and you may miss it, or it's a great opportunity and you get a piece of it, doesn't mean it's not going to circle back again, and you really get to get it right. So that's what I love about this industry and writing and producing and curating for brands, is because you can do something really, really good and it's a hit. Next time it might be a miss. Next time it's like, oh, okay, so on the business side, I should have gotten royalties instead of an upfront payment. And granted, when McDonald's throwing millions your way, it's like,
You're going to slide those millions.
I need them M's, right?
Yes.
But if they're giving you, and I learned this from Master P, if a company is willing to give you $20 million for your catalog, it's worth way more.
It's worth 200.
Exactly, but nobody really knows your worth until you accept that 20 million. So you know what I'm saying? It's like, maybe let me take that, because would he have gotten that Arby's if he never produced
Ooh, that's a
the
great
McDonald's?
question.
Like, so sometimes it's about taking what's gonna get your feet wet. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I took from it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, let me get my feet wet in here, take that opportunity, that chance, and then the bigger opportunity is going to come because I did that. So,
yeah. A lot of times it's not necessarily your worth, it's what you negotiate. And that's what I hear you saying, right?
Yeah.
And so, but we don't know what to negotiate until we are in those positions and rooms and trying to figure out how all of that comes together for the greater good of what you're trying to accomplish.
Right.
I mean, because we know diversifying your portfolio is incredible. So when I see a Pusha T, I use him as such an example because he's also in the medical transport space, and he makes predominantly his funds from that. Him and his friend decided to get into that business. So it's like, it's so multifaceted of how we experience life and how we make money, and then how we can be creative, but how we can be practical.
Yeah.
Also, so that's, and sometimes you do put out a price for your product, or you say, I'm going to charge this to voice this commercial, and they say no. Yeah. And you also have to be willing to walk away.
Yeah.
I've done that a few times.
Yeah. It was the way your voice broke, like, yeah. Was it hard?
I think it depends on where you are. If you're in a situation where you need that, are you willing to
negotiate your value.
Yeah, negotiate a couple of dollars down to get some money in your pocket, or do you hold it and stand your ground and say, no, this is my fee? Because people talk in business. So if I give you one price and then you go tell somebody else that's my price, no, that was the price for you.
Right.
That doesn't mean that's my price. Yeah. And so I think that's what I'm falling into as well, with learning how to negotiate within business, within, writing scripts and commercials and things of that nature. Because it's not something I thought about when I went into radio, writing scripts that we produce and do imaging for commercials and things. It just wasn't a thought. And then when you get into the meat and potatoes of it, most of that happens on the production side of radio. Mm-hmm. But when you work for a mom and pop or a smaller radio station, everybody pitches in and everybody does a piece of imaging and everybody loads commercials and everybody does the work. Mm-hmm. And I think that played to my advantage growing up in a smaller radio situation. Because you had to learn everything. You didn't get to just walk in, sit down, and be a talking head. So, yeah.
So, just to recap a little bit.
I know,
because she laid down.
I feel like you said, so some tips for writing professionally, for like those spots or commercials. You said you want to connect with the product that's being placed. You want to think about, is it a childhood memory that people are going to think about when they eat it? Is there a feeling? Is it something else that's happening that will make them remember? And then you want to have a connection with the business of your own because that helps you to write it. So those are tips for any commercial that you write, commercial or jingle. Those are the things you want to do.
Absolutely.
All right. Now to kind of pivot and move forward a little bit, you just spoke about negotiating and getting contracts and this freelance work. I remember when one of our first times meeting and talking, we wanted to hire you for some services. Yeah. And you gave us a beautiful 3-column joint. You said, well, if y'all want me to do the bronze level or the silver level, the gold level, these are the prices for each 3. And I offer 20 things. The first one give you 5, the second one you get 10, or then the third one give you the whole 20. If you are an artist or any type of writer and you trying to go get paid, can you give them some tips for creating proposals for their freelance work?
Yeah. So again, Google is your friend.
Hey now.
I really lean into looking at what is already on the market. As far as a la carte services that you can just shop by themselves, services you want to shop as a package, and look at like value as far as why would people want to pay you that amount of money. I think that's important too. I think it's important to look at the company that you are working with. Is it a nonprofit? Is it a for-profit? Is it a Fortune 500 company? Because budgets are different depending on the companies that you are working with. And I think, a lot of people will try to come at you like, well, I have $1,000, or I have $10,000, or I have $25,000, and they don't want to give you that full budget. And it's like, cool, that's fine. Let me see what's most important to you, what's least important to you, and then let me a la carte that so that you can pay for the services that you believe that you want from me. And as we get into this deal, when you realize, I should have got this package, then we can revisit the package that you signed up for. Because a lot of people start at the bronze package because they think that's all they need. And then it's like, oh, but can you do this and can you do that? That's not in your package. Right. But I would love to do that for you so we can add that addition on if that's something you're interested in. I think it depends on flexibility. I'm a very flexible person. To share a personal story with CIAA. CIAA, that situation came to me via a relationship from years ago. My best friend did a whole panel discussion. It was one of the activations at CIAA. So I met one of her business partners at the time, Levi. Fast forward. Levi is on the production team for CIAA as it has now transitioned to Baltimore. Levi hit me and was like, hey, we're looking for someone to host. We're looking for someone to voice sponsors. And I immediately thought of you because we've worked together before. I was like, bet. Because I promise you, I was praying. I was like, how do I get my foot in for CIAA? I don't know. Like, I don't know nobody. And it really is who you know or who know you. So I was like, all right, so how this going to work? So he reaches out to me, put me in contact with the production company that he was working for. And this is specifically for Fan Fest. And there are different events going on for CIAA. So you have the actual tournament that's happening at the arena. That's a whole different group of people. So working with Fan Fest, we were kind of negotiating. And then you also have Radio 1 that's coming in. And Radio 1, like, we want to do everything. And also, hey, Nori, that used to work for Radio 1, what you doing here? so it was so interesting because it's myself going up against the machine of Radio 1. And I love all of my friends at Radio 1, but also this business. So I'm like, nah, y'all shouldn't be hosting that. I should be hosting it. And this is why I should be hosting it. So I put a package together, and it was a package that we negotiated on that package. They was like, now, we got the radio station. Why would we pay you to do that? Because I can do a great job. And mind you, everybody can do a great job. But this is just something different that I bring.
Right.
And as we were negotiating, they were like, all right, okay. So the first year, I host a cheer competition. I host a few other different ad hoc things that was happening on the stage. And I'm also doing the sponsorship voicing. And so as we have progressed throughout the years, Radio 1 did their Radio 1 thing, and I love them. So they have now completely taken over the stage. So this year, the negotiations are different. It's a whole different conversation. They were like, we do have Urban One, and they could do everything, but we really like your voice, and we really want to still work with you in some capacity. So we're still going to have you read the sponsorship cards. All right, bet. And so you have to be willing to pivot, but it's the relationship that has kept me there. Because technically, they don't have to pay additional fees to have someone voice anything, but I've been able to negotiate. I still get a check. I'm still working with them in a capacity where if something comes up, we're going to negotiate because something always comes up.
Yeah.
We'll negotiate.
I love it when something comes up.
Yeah. We'll negotiate again and go back to the drawing board. And so I think all of those moving parts are important when you are thinking about the tiers of what you offer. And I always say a la carte because there is always someone that don't want everything. If I could just nitpick that piece and take that piece. And I feel like with CIAA, to give an example, that's what they're doing. They're like, we're just going to take that piece, but we really like that piece. And it's like, all right, bet. So how much is this worth outside of adding on the other things? And sometimes you have to sit with yourself. You have to look at the market. Look at
how do people look at the market?
That's a great question. So for me, it is kind of having conversations with other people that do what I do and seeing what their going rates are. One of my best friends, love her to pieces. Her name is Bria Janelle. And she is the voice of the Chicago Bulls in arena attainment. She does OTE. She does soccer. I mean, she is the voice of Michigan football, and they just had a great run. So she does all of these things. Now, I would sit down with her, and I would say, hey, this is what I'm thinking for this. And she would be like, oh, hell no. You need to charge this. And I'm like, ooh, that's a scary number. That's a big number. And she's like, it is a big number. You should go for it. And what I learned is by going for the scary number, sometimes you actually get it.
Exactly.
Because and if you don't get it, always be willing, always keeping an open mind to negotiate. Because if you go for the scary number and you don't get the scary number, then you get the number you was kind of thinking in the first place. Like, all right, this is the number I was kind of thinking about.
Yeah, because if you say 10 bands, they say, no, you really only wanted 3. Your friend told you, like, 3? No, you need to ask for 10.
Yeah.
And then you mess around, come get 5 or 6.
Exactly.
I like it.
So when I say, yes, when I shop the market, I may ask her a couple of questions. I may ask a few other radio personalities, and they may come in super low, and I'll be like, oh, I'm definitely not charging that. Like, my base is this amount. And so I think when you have those conversations with different people that are in the industry like yourself, then you get an idea of what you feel comfortable with charging. And then another way to gauge it is different people that may be in the industry on the other side, like those that are running different companies, different people that you meet along the way. When you meet someone and, hey, I'm gonna catch up with you, well, actually catch up with them and have a conversation and follow up with them, like, hey, what would you charge for this service? And kind of talk to them about what they're willing to pay for a service that you have to offer, and that'll help you gauge the market as well.
Okay, I'm glad that you said that, because that was my next question. Well, what if I don't know anybody?
Yeah, that's what I was about to get at.
So then you can ask the people who pay for those services, well, what are you all willing to pay? And what qualifies you? So everybody out there, think about that. Keep that in mind. You either have to develop the relationships with people who do what you do, that will have honest conversations with you and tell you what you can charge, or you have to go and do the research and find the companies that are paying for this service and figure out what are their budgets. But they still would have to want to tell you that.
Yeah.
So it's some form of relationship building that has to happen no matter what in order to truly test the market in freelance waters.
Yeah, and again, you can Google anything, and it can give you a baseline of what to charge for these different careers or these different services that you're offering. There are websites that you can go to, like Voice 123. Old school website, be careful because there's scammers on there. But you can see the pricing of voiceover work on Voice 123. Amazon, you can on their, I want to say on their Kindle, like when you're putting a book together, like their back office, they have where you can submit your voice for reading scripts or reading books, and they give you a price list of kind of for 200 pages, they'll pay you $2,000. So you can see kind of what that is. So
this is on Kindle.
It's on Amazon's back office for Kindle. Yeah. Like when you're publishing a book on Amazon, yes, it is on there.
So for those who didn't know and want to, trying to get into some voice work.
Yeah, it's a lot of ways that you can kind of get a gist or idea of what companies are willing to pay for a 30-second commercial, 60-second commercial. The list goes on.
That's dope. That's dope. Okay, you gave us a whole lot of knowledge right there.
I'm trying to share.
She's giving gems, and I hope y'all are like picking them up and taking them and going to use them. So that's dope. That's dope. Yeah. That's dope. So what else we got, bro?
So listen, right? A lot of our artists, writers, the people who are doing, what it is that we all do, whether it be in this oratory tip or just on the writing tip, everybody's starting a podcast.
Yeah.
You taught a fly class to those kids probably like 6 summers ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah, during COVID.
Yeah, yeah.
Take us through the steps. If I wanted to, and let's start with the writing out of like what the pod would be about and everything. Concepts. And then just take us through getting one pod done and posted.
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing I wanted to share with them is that they have everything that they need with their cell phone. Like at their fingertips. They are at such an advantage to focus on the things that they like that they gonna do anyway. Like I think a lot of times when we think about a podcast because now I'm 90 Seconds with Nori is like a micro pod, right? Okay. It's like, it's quick, it's concise, it's in and out, it's information. And so thinking of ways that you can do something that you're gonna do anyway, you're gonna record you and your friends having fun. You're going to record possibly your thoughts on the new video game that just dropped or something. You're gonna have this conversation, even if you're trying to persuade or convince your parent to buy whatever it is that you want that's newly dropping. If it's shoes, whatever it is that you already love, how can you make that into a podcast? And so that's what we really focused on. And I went around the room and I asked everybody, what do you like to do? One kid was like, I'm a streamer. I love to streamer. One young lady was like, I like to cook. I'm like, great. So I was literally like, take your cell phone and just start recording yourself, getting comfortable in front of the camera. Because there are a lot of talented young people that are also not comfortable with being in front of the camera. Because everyone has seen a kid, as soon as you cut the phone on or the camera on, they're like, Yeah. They get so giddy and so giggly, and now they
like they wasn't just lit 5 minutes
yes.
ago.
Now they got a baby voice, and it's like now when you normally talk, you got a little bass in your voice.
Right.
So, you have to get comfortable with being in front of the camera, get comfortable with speaking up. And that's something that I really encouraged in the classes for everyone to speak up, cut your camera on, speak up, let me know what your thoughts are. Or if you're like, Nori, that's not going to work for me. I need something else. It's like, all right, so let's figure out what does work for you. And so I think when you have those conversations with them, they start to open up a little bit, like a little flower. Okay. And then the next class that we have is getting them to tell a story. Just to talk about something consistently for 60 seconds. Tell me a quick story. And so once you get kids talking about stuff that they love or that they're excited about, it becomes like a natural flow, because you want the podcast to be natural. You don't want it to be and nobody wants to watch because you're boring and have to have a real conversation with kids. Yeah. So that was one of the things that we did. So we did a lot of, I think, storytelling, visualization of kind of what you want your podcast to look like. What do you want the logo to be? What do you want to name your podcast? That was a really fun one. Because coming up with a name of a podcast is always interesting, because once you kind of lock in with it, it's like, do I really want to get stuck with Dev Rock? No, I'm just playing.
I would never name my podcast Dev Rock. Dev Rocks. Dude.
So, you do have to think of something that could be lasting, that you can grow with if you want to. And it's okay to change it if you decide you want to change it too. So, working with them was really fun, getting them to sign up for apps on their phones that they can do a quick podcast for. Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of times they were like, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, you can put music behind your podcast that's already licensed. You don't have to worry about, paying anybody for because they've licensed it to the app. So, like you're good on a lot of levels. Even just talking to them about the content that they want to talk about. Because a lot of people lean into music, and it's like, if it's not your music, then you can put this on YouTube and it can get 1 million views and you will see no dollars from it. It's going to go to the artist. It's going to go to the label. So being mindful of those things, that's something that we talked about on the podcast. And I think just consistency. Because we all, even with me, my 90 seconds with Nori sometimes, I'm going to do it when I leave here because I didn't do it earlier. Like, you have to be consistent with sending out your content so people, because you will start to build a fan base with your consistency. Somebody's going to discover it and someone's going to love it. Yes. And then they're looking for the next episode and it's not there. Mm-hmm. And then they drop off. So you can build, like Kai Cenat, I think what I enjoy about him the most in his podding is that he's consistent. He show up. So I always got a story. So I recently found out at the Grammys, the reason he got a chance.
Story time with Nori.
Yeah, the reason he got a chance to get Jay-Z's number and meet Beyonce is because Blue Ivy saw him and was like, I watch you every day. Listen. There we go. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, minding your business at the Grammys? And mind you, he is a networker out of this world. He will go to people and be like, I really love your product. Can you send me some? He doesn't have a shy bone in his body. Mm-hmm. But by doing that, now he had, so Beyonce was like, well, who is this? Cause you watch him every day. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z is like, oh, okay, I'm familiar. So he's telling the story. He's like, I got Jay-Z's number because Blue Ivy is what she's probably watching right now. So, it's like this whole thing. But he is consistent. He gives you content. He got people showing up. Mm-hmm. And when you are consistent about something that you love, whether it's streaming, whether it's talking about shoes, whether it's cooking. Me, I like to talk about pop culture and things that's happening in the world. Give my little 2 seconds and 3 seconds and 4 seconds and 90 seconds on it. Then people are going to show up for you because they're looking for your content.
So just to, make sure that we clear, right? Mm-hmm. So for starting a podcast, first, you're going to pick something that you love, that you're doing all the time.
Yes.
Then you're going to make sure that you can tell a story about it. Mm-hmm. You want to make sure you're comfortable and natural on the camera. Yep. All right, you have all of the access to all of these things on your phone.
Yes, technology is right there at your fingertips.
Can you give us a few apps?
Ooh. Okay, hold on. I got to grab my phone.
And can you talk about it for 60 seconds?
Right.
Yeah, make sure you can do that.
Yeah, okay. So one of the apps that you can get on is just a podcast app. And it pulls up all of the different podcasts that you are streaming, and you can put it in your favorites. Listening to other podcasts is really important too, because it also helps you develop how you want to showcase or how you want to set up your podcast. Some people talk where it's just a stream of consciousness, and that's fine. People like that too. But some podcasts are a little more structured, with a flow of like, we're going to start with this and then we go into this, and different segments. Right. Their podcasts are segmented out. So that's important too. So I'm trying to think of the actual app that was bought out. Hold on, y'all, put me on the spot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know. Y'all gonna have to edit this out. I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. So they've changed the app, but it's called For Creators. Okay. And you can start a podcast on For Creators. Okay. That's probably the number one app that I would share people to start their podcast on, because it's just really simple, it's straightforward, and it automatically posts to Apple Podcasts, it automatically posts to Odyssey, it automatically posts to all of these platforms. And then within the app, if you are getting traction and people are listening to your content, your podcast consistently, they'll start offering you commercials and pay you to record a commercial, put it in your app. It'll play at the beginning of your show, and they'll pay you. So the more streams you get, the more listenership that you get, the more they pay you for this. So I've made a couple of dollars from my app as well within the app. So it's really, really cool.
For creators.
So tap in.
Yep. That's the top app I would recommend right now.
I love it.
For creators, they need to send you a check.
They should send me a check. I just put people on to them. So yeah, I mean, even starting a YouTube channel, that is the quickest way to get to being consistent, uploading your content. They have shorts on YouTube that you can upload as well, just like a reel that you upload on Instagram. Some people share their same content across multiple platforms. TikTok is back. So even uploading information or a niche that you have on TikTok is really fantastic. So you can become a TikTok superstar and get paid. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a podcast anymore because of how people are digesting content. But if you hear nothing from me, consistency will get you paid, because somebody's going to find it and they're going to tell somebody that tell somebody that tell somebody, and next thing you know, it catches fire.
That's dope. Consistency is where it's at, y'all. Consistency is where it's at. Okay, I think you gave us, you dove in on that.
Thank you. I tried.
Yeah, no, you did. You ain't tried. Okay. You did.
Good. Okay. I'm happy y'all enjoyed what I had to say.
Absolutely.
So I was gonna ask two separate things, but I think I want to combine them.
Okay.
All right, we have a segment which you just brought up on our show called A Master's Minute. You do 90 Seconds with Nori.
I do.
I would like to know about the chicken that could fly.
Yes.
So can our Master's Minute be 90 or 60 seconds with Nori about the chicken that could fly? Okay.
So am I being timed?
I will time you if you would like me to.
I'm just trying to say I like a good challenge.
Okay, let me get my timer right. Okay, 1 minute. You want 90 seconds or you want 60?
Oh, we can do 60.
Okay, I got the 60 seconds for you.
Okay. Ready?
Begin.
Hi, my name is Nori. I'm the author of The Chicken That Could Fly. This is a book that walks you through the idea that you can do anything that you set your mind to accomplish. And you can do this because you believe in yourself. There's always going to be naysayers, people who tell you that you can't do it, but you can. You are different. You are unique. You are amazing. And your journey is not the journey of anyone else's journey. And that is why you should get The Chicken That Could Fly. Now, this book was designed for children, third grade to about the, I would say, 5th grade, but it is for everyone. So in the back, there's a journal that dives into you being able to tell a little bit more about yourself. Look at it later in life. You're going to love that. And also there's a QR code with the animation of the chicken that could fly. So you can see this book come to life. It is a fantastic story about the endurance and the journey of a little chicken. Her name is Samani, and she's amazing, and I'm her friend, and we actually walk through this journey together. So the chicken that can fly, her name is Samani, and she is I am Samani chicken.
Okay, she did that. Let's go.
Now that Master's Minute was pretty fly.
That was pretty fly.
I like how we put that together with her brand already.
With her brand. So I was gonna ask. I was gonna see if we could throw some things out there, and you just give us commercial snippets, like how you would promo them off the top. Do you think you could do that?
Sure.
Or would that be a lot?
No, let's go.
That would be a lot. Okay, you ready?
I got one.
You got one?
Go ahead and hit us with MRI Studios.
So MRI Studios is a place where you come to let your creative ideas and your thoughts come to life. This is a place where you can dance, you can sing, you can rap, you can write. Anything that you can think of in the creative space is birthed here at the Media Rhythm Institute.
Bam.
Let's go. Now.
Kaplow. Zoink.
What is some of the favorite things you like to do or go? Places or things?
Oh gosh, I like to travel.
You like to travel?
Yeah.
Favorite airline?
Ooh, Spirit. Mm-hmm.
All right. Spirit.
Sticking to it.
Spirit.
Do
Let's
Spirit.
Go.
Oh gosh. If you are looking for affordability within traveling the world, then Spirit Airlines is the place for you. You can take a friend and another friend for the price of one on another airline. So I'm telling you, bring your snacks yourself, pack a bag, and let's go. Spirit Airlines, the amazing places you can go for cheap.
Let's go.
Hey,
Let's go. She crazy with it.
Hey, now.
She crazy with it.
Now, this is the thing that I want everybody to know. Really tap in. Just like we like to parade Jay-Z around for not having to go get the pen, that's still writing.
Yeah.
What she did.
Yeah.
She just off the dome with it. She's done it so many times. If you notice, she says the name. Remember what she told y'all? How can you connect? Mm-hmm. I want to go somewhere and I want to take 3 friends for the price of 1 on another airline. Mm-hmm. Media Rhythm Institute. She said, what is it that you do creative? Do you rap? Do you sing? Do you write? What are you doing? It comes to birth here. Mm-hmm. So she did the things that she told y'all about earlier in the pod. Oh, she just laid them down.
Yeah.
Off the top.
Well, thank you.
And
60 seconds with Nori.
Yeah. She used what she know.
Yeah.
What she knew, and she connected it with what people would want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And she made it pop. And that is the part of the formula for all writing. You know what I mean? Using what you know, relating it to the people. I'm pretty sure you did that in your book.
Yeah.
Making that story time and using it for the kids and making it relatable to them.
Yeah.
And then, so y'all parents out there, please get it for your kids. I can't wait to read it. I got some youngins I teach. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Listen, I thought you was about to say, because it's the truth. But I was like, because it is. No, I think, so this book, I wrote this book on a plane. I kept telling myself that I am going to write a children's book, and I think
the spirit moved you on spirit. I
love it. It did. I was on spirit. And I had a nice little flight. I think I was coming back from the Dominican Republic.
DR.
Yup. And I was like, you know what? No time like the present. I got in my notes app and I wrote this book and I was like, it's simple. I can make it rhyme. And I was Googling something one day, because y'all know I love Google. I was Googling something one day and I came across
Google need to send a check too.
Yeah. They have sent a check before though.
Hey now.
Come on, Google. I did some beta testing for them. No, so I ran across this chicken, the I am Samani chicken. It is out of Indonesia, and it's the only place in the world that you can see these chickens unless someone import them to the United States. But it is black, and it's kind of iridescent a little bit too. But everything is black. The lungs are black. The beak is black. The heart is black. Like this bird, the skin, the pigment is black.
It's blackity black, but black, y'all.
It is the most beautiful bird, and it's a chicken. And so when I saw it, I thought to myself, and its name I am Samani, I was like, oh gosh, Sawani is cute. Naming a little cute chicken. So I'm on this flight and I'm thinking about this rare chicken, and I was like, what's something that chickens can't do, but you would think they could because they're a bird? They have wings. They have all the necessary tools to fly, but they can't because they don't have a wingspan. So that's why they don't soar or can't stay up, because their little wings are short. And a lot of times we think about how people tell us what we can't do, and then you beat the odds. I'll never, because I got a story. Never forget it. Beyonce was doing Renaissance. She told them she wanted this particular type of equipment for her show. The engineer sat in her face and said, that doesn't exist. What did Beyonce do? She Googled it and she said, it's right here. People will tell you this is Beyonce. People will tell you something does not exist that she literally found in a matter of minutes.
My wife's gonna love that story. She probably saw it.
Yes.
She knows it.
And so, like, with that being said, I was like, technically chickens can't fly. But why not? Like, why they can't fly? And then I research and I figure all the reasons why they can't. But I was just like, but who says a chicken has to fly the traditional way that chickens fly? And when you get the book, you'll see how she actually flies. It's unconventional. There's a sparrow in the book that's her coach and her little mentor, and that's pumping her up. You got to have somebody to hype you up. Yeah. You feel me? So, when you got the horse and the cow and the donkey and everybody telling you what you can't do, there's another little person, and the sparrow is smaller than the chicken. And the sparrow can fly and soar, but the sparrow sees the vision. So the sparrow is like, nah, you got this, you got this. And by the end of the book, she does. She flies. She goes right off the cliff. It's beautiful. And no one holds her back because she created her own way and her own path. And it's a part of a series. I think it's important to have a series because no one's paying attention to the fact that this is a little black chicken. Everybody's just like, Nori blackity black, positive people. So she just made a black chicken. But when I send people pictures of a real I Am Somebody chicken, they are floored. They're like, wait, this is a real bird. So the next installment of the story is the chicken that was different. Because I will tell the backstory and the origin story of the Somani chicken.
I love how you wrote the book on an airplane in the notes in your phone.
Yeah.
Because people sometimes make it, I gotta be sitting at this laptop. I gotta have this happening, that happening. I need a book deal. I need, what is you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming there with clips loaded. That's a Lil Wayne quote.
Yeah.
Just write. Just write. Wherever you can, just write. Well, look, I think it's time to shake it up a little bit.
Yeah, let's have some fun.
I want to give Kyle a chance to, if he need to do something or fix something, because we getting ready to do Whose Bars Is It Anyway? Yeah. So I know you a music connoisseur.
Y'all gotta be looking crazy on this podcast.
You love music, though?
I love music, but still. Y'all be like, that is an easy one, and I'm over here struggling, sweating, and wiping
well, listen, we just did it ourselves for the last part.
Okay.
And I don't think it'd be as bad.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the problem here is going to be helping somebody be on top on
key.
Yeah, because I had did these for her. She was like, "Don't you want to sing that on the right note so somebody can know what you talking about?"
Yeah,
not singing with the right note.
Yeah, because he was just saying the words. I was like, not catching you, bro.
I was like, peanut butter jelly time. She was like, "Don't you want to say it how it's?"
Time.
See, that's what. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Hey, with a baseball bat. I have no idea who that artist is.
Me neither.
Okay.
Yeah, we all on the same page.
I cannot tell you who that artist is at all.
But the song lit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man, I wrote that book. I was so proud of myself.
As you should be.
For sure.
And mind you, I sat on it for a year.
After you wrote it?
I wrote it, and I did it a little backwards. I wrote it, and then I got the animation done for it, and I sat on the animation for like a year. And then I was like, how do I turn the animation into a book? And then I got with my friend back home from Chattanooga, and I remember she told me randomly that she helped people produce books, and I was like, can you turn this into a book? And she did.
Look.
I paid up.
Okay,
Dang.
so the only reason why you held you up is because you was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that transition was. And the last time you try to do stuff on your own instead of just asking somebody.
Word.
Once I asked her, she was like, say less.
Amen.
She like, you want a little chicken doll? I was like, dang, a doll. So she's trying to get me to get all kind of stuff now.
Oh, that's lit. That's lit.
Okay.
All right.
You ready? We ready?
And we back. We We ready for this game, right?
Whose bars is it anyway? All right. So
Okay.
we
nervous.
I
y'all.
am shook.
We're going to say a little something.
Okay.
And your job is to complete the lyrics if you know them.
Okay.
And tell us whose song it is. What song it is.
Okay, all right.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, cool. I'm going to go with this one. So, and then I'm going to let you do the rest of them because I don't know.
All
right, listen, here we go.
I'm nervous.
What you want?
Baby, I got it.
What you need?
Yeah.
Oh, Aretha?
You know I got it. Come on.
All I'm asking, okay,
is
for a little respect
when you
just
come home.
a little bit. Hey, okay. That was good.
Yeah, you got that one.
I was nervous.
Now I don't have all the other ones. What you?
Oh.
Yeah, no.
Well, I think you do, but either
No,
way.
it wasn't it. I don't know. Okay.
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm ready. She thinking.
I ain't ready. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think I'm gonna let you do it, bro. Let you finish them out.
Let me see.
Yeah, because I don't know.
See, because I don't even know how good I know this. All right, cool.
I think I did. Ooh, hey. I'm trying to decide which way to
Go. I think I made a wrong turn back there somewhere.
Erica Badu.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That first note, I was like, who?
I know, right? I was trying to catch it. I was trying to catch the note.
Okay.
Okay, she got it. Erica Badu.
All right, cool.
I had to find it because what?
I was like, hey, what?
Hey, look, I ain't a vocalist, y'all.
That's all right, though.
what
You
I'm
be out here spitting, though.
Thank you. That part, you know, and karaoke with my voice be lit.
I love a good karaoke.
Yeah.
Kyle's gonna be a lot of edits in this episode, man.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know how. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Little girl with the pressing curl. Age 8, I got a Jerry curl. 13, then I got a relaxer. See, you know, this one ain't.
Bruh.
I don't even know how to even.
What's the melody? I'm trying to
I
guess
don't
how
know
to
the
say.
melody.
You don't know the melody.
Okay.
Zoe, what's the melody?
Oh wait, okay. It means I know this song though.
You did.
You.
Okay. Give me some more.
No.
He said no.
Okay, skip.
Yeah.
Okay, well who was it then?
It was India Ari.
I am not my.
Yes.
Okay, I kind of was guessing that just based on the lyrics.
Right.
But I wasn't sure.
Do you know the song?
I should have
You
just
know
said
it?
it.
Can you?
I am not my hair. I am not my skin. I am not your expectations. No.
See, she
Get
know
it.
more words than me.
See? Yeah. I should have did something
Okay.
better than that.
Yeah.
All right. All right, we got a different game. Let's do this next game.
Switch.
Next game.
Switch.
Yes. Okay. This game is called Pen or Pad.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to ask you an assortment of questions
Okay.
where you will choose either or.
Okay.
Okay? If you feel as though you want to give an explanation, you can.
Okay.
You don't have to.
Okay.
All right, and then I'll ask you the final question and I'll explain it, which will be pen or pad.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Radio or podcast?
Radio.
Writing or speaking?
Speaking.
Teaching or learning?
Ooh, that's a good one. Learning.
Okay. Sneakers or flats?
Sneakers.
Heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Heels or boots?
Heels.
Okay. And here is the last one.
Okay.
Would you rather be the pen or the pad? Now, the pen represents the creation of the art, of the words, of the commercial, of whatever. The the pad represents the holder of that art, the way that the world or the audience get to receive
that platform,
that art. So which would you rather be and why?
I love a good origin story, so I would like to be the pen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think being able to have the vision, see it come to life. It's like writing my book. Like I thought about it, then I put it in my notes, then I created the animation, then the book came, and now it's on Amazon. Okay. And the world gets to experience it.
So you said you like a good origin story. So where it comes from matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does.
That's what's up.
It does.
That's dope.
Yeah. I mean, how do we get our supervillains? Their origin story.
True that.
Yeah.
It's something that happens in their life. It clicks the switch. You're like, they're the bad guy.
But then the reason why are they the bad guy? Why are they considered the bad guy? Because when I started tapping into villains, are they really the bad guy?
And sometimes they're not. Killmonger. Dun,
See,
dun, dun.
That was the name I was looking for. Who I was arguing with, and they asked me. I think I was talking to my son Rocco. He's like, "Who's your favorite villain?" And I was like, "Who's the guy who beat up the Black Panther?" I couldn't get his name, but Killmonger. Okay, now I get to go back home and finish that call.
Yeah.
So look, we're going to have some more fun.
We are.
And do this again on March the 27th, something close to it.
Yes.
You're going to read us an excerpt of The Chicken That Could Fly. You might even give us 90 seconds with Nori.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that at Polish Your Piece on March the 27th.
I'm excited.
In person with all of you.
Yeah.
Come on now.
So we
like
want
it.
all of you in the audience. You've heard us have the conversation here, but we want you to have the conversation with her. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We want you to engage with Nori.
Yeah.
And as you can see, her personality is amazing.
Thank you so much.
And she has more gems to give, but only if you ask, okay? So y'all make sure y'all come out. I'm excited for this.
I'm excited too.
So, you said we can find your book on Amazon.
Yes.
Tell us everything else that you have going on and how people should be getting in touch with you. Okay.
So, 2025 is going to be an incredible year. I don't know what it holds, but it's going to be absolutely amazing.
Say right.
And with that being said, you will get, though, this year, the second installment of my book series, The Chicken That Was Different. So that is coming this summer.
Yes.
Say I put a timeline on myself.
Yes.
We love
That
it.
is coming this summer. The Chicken That Could Fly is on Amazon. You can purchase it now. It is also in the Unscripted Marketplace. That is a Black platform where you can shop and buy Black. So you can get it there. And my pseudonym for my book is Nori Moss.
Okay.
Hey, now.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. And where can we find you on social media? Do you have a website or what?
I do. I need to update my website. Don't judge me. It's fly though. It just needs some updated content. It's norinori.com, at It's Nori Nori on all social media platforms, at ITSNORINORI. It's Nori Nori. And of course, hit me up, slide in my DMs. Let's work together. I'm very approachable. I love helping people. And so anything that I can do to be of service and to help all of mankind, that's what I'm going to do because I love the people.
Sounds good. Lastly, when are you on the radio so we can
Yeah. So I don't know. That may be changing. I got some things in the oven. But I told you 2025 is going to be a big year in the best way. But you can catch me Saturdays on air from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. The Nori Nori Show on WPGC 95.5.
Let's go.
Clean.
She in her bag.
Well, listen. This was a great one.
It was good. I really enjoyed this conversation. I didn't want it to stop. Dev Rock. The truth. I love you. This is great.
Thank you.
This is so good.
We are honored that you are here.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you for
all
having
that
me.
you shared. Yeah, man.
Yeah, take us out, Truth.
All right, y'all. So we have come to the end, all of our friends, but we can't wait to see you again. Remember that you are a work of art, so work your art to only masterpiece, y'all.
Blow!
Peace.
It's so good.
Thank you.